All right, good morning everyone. Happy Saturday. Welcome to your weekend. Welcome to Weather Extra. 48 First Alert meteorologist Eric Burke. Yesterday had some strong storms develop, even a few severe warned storms, but the biggest concern really with your Friday storms was actually the heavy rainfall leading to flash flood warnings coming out for parts of Lauderdale, Colbert, and Lawrence County. And that will also be a concern as we go through the weekend too. We are forecasting scattered showers and storms for both today as well as Sunday. If you look at your chance of rain and storms there, I do anticipate seeing a bit more coverage of the rain and storms as we go through your Sunday afternoon and evening. But at least this weekend, it will still be warm and humid. It's late June, almost July, but we won't have a heat advisory at least. I think the heat index today, probably 95 to maybe up to 99 degrees. A few of you might be close to 100 for that feels like temperature, depending on what time we start to see those rain and storms developing. So there's just your weekend forecast by the numbers. 89 your high today. Got to see a mix of sun and clouds as we go through the morning into the early afternoon. That's when we're going to do most of our warming. And then by Sunday, same exact thing, just a bit more coverage of your showers and storms as we go through Sunday afternoon and evening. We'll take a better look at that using future radar coming up. Always nice to check in on you in Gunnersville, Marshall County. Good morning. Fly HSV Delta Cam here. Very peaceful during the morning newscast from 5 to 7 with Matthew King and Claudia Pepinhorst. Yeah, a lot of boats already out on the water, and a day you want to be out on the water or the pool deck or hiking, whatever you're doing today, just keep an eye on that 48 weather app as we will be tracking those showers and storms starting to develop through the afternoon and evening. Lightning safety imperative over the weekend. If you hear thunder, see lightning, time to get off the water, off the pool deck, just bring it inside, even if you're just out and about in the backyard. So go out to the radar here. Things are quiet. I think we had some light sprinkles over parts of DeKalb County early this morning. Didn't amount to anything, just sprinkles. That's how you start off the day. But you could actually feel the difference waking up this morning when you step outside versus what we were starting off all of last week with. I opened the garage door to come to work this morning and I said, oh, it actually doesn't feel too bad. Kind of puts a little extra pep in your step here. But the radar is quiet for now. As we go through the afternoon and evening, right on cue, summertime showers and storms starting to pop up. I've got a couple messages this morning, people saying, hey, I've got this going on today. You know, what do you think our chances are? It's just impossible to predict the when and where these summertime storms are going to develop. Higher confidence in this happening from about noon through 7, 8 p.m. I just can't guarantee rainfall at your house or wherever you're out and about. Something to keep an eye on, though, for sure. Storm coverage today, more scattered. There's a chance you go through the entire day today and the entire day tomorrow without seeing a single drop of rain. Yesterday was a perfect example of that. My house, got home after work. I could hear the thunder in the distance. We didn't get a single drop of rain, but all those storms around us knocked down the temperatures effectively. Had a great night of sunset couples golf out there with my wife and two of our friends. Strong showing from the team Burke and Mills. I shared a photo on my Facebook page if you want to check that out too. Just checking the comments. Brenda, good morning to you. And that's it. Brenda, appreciate you chiming in. But good morning once again, everyone. If you're just joining in, about 50 or so of you watching this stream here this morning. But as far as your storm chances this afternoon, it will be in that hottest, most unstable part of the day. Same concerns as what we saw all week. The storms that get going, that get more organized, they have the potential to collapse. Could see a big rush of straight line wind. We've had numerous reports of actually trees down across the area with those strong to marginally severe storms we've seen over the past several days. Heavy rainfall if these storms are slow moving or even stationary. Your threat for flash flooding is going to increase, so something to watch closely there. Potential for maybe some pea to nickel size hail and the lightning. That's the big one as we go through these summertime months, especially on the weekend when more and more of you are spending time outside. So we go over to the model data here, future radar and satellite. Temperatures will continue to warm up into the mid to upper 80s. We will see some sunshine today, but also some cloud cover from time to time. I anticipate us staying dry for the most part as we go through about noon, and then things start to get a bit more active. Hit and miss showers and storms, but if you look at the data, it's not everywhere. It's just impossible to predict the when and where. The model is basically saying it's going to storm somewhere. it just doesn't know exactly when and where it's going to develop. But all the way through the evening, and then kind of looking at maybe a cluster of heavier showers and embedded storms for areas along and west of I-65 as we go through your later Saturday night hours. This will all wrap up overnight into tomorrow morning. We are expecting areas of dense fog for tomorrow morning. Temperatures will be warm and muggy, low to mid 70s, but the fog is the biggest thing. Maybe a stray shower or two out there to start off Sunday morning. So if you're heading for church, worship services, looks like you might need to pop that umbrella. It will just be kind of a warm, humid start. Now, as we go through Sunday, tomorrow going with the higher chance and likelihood of seeing the rain showers and storms being more scattered to numerous in nature, and the model is backing me up on that theory. Pretty decent coverage of the rain and storms for tomorrow afternoon and evening. Of course, happens to be my day off. Oh well, we'll make the most of it one way or another. Got some laundry and chores to catch up on anyways, but going into Monday morning now, should start off next work week dry. It is an abbreviated work week, of course, because we have the 4th of July on Friday there, and the forecast is showing drier skies as we go through Wednesday, Thursday, and your Independence Day Friday itself. So that's good news. Monday does appear to be pretty active as far as rain and storm potential. Go outside, check some temperatures here on this Saturday morning. Right now in the mid 70s for the most part. A few of you still in the low 70s, nice and comfortable. But the difference here is going to be the humidity. It's still muggy, obviously. We didn't have a cold front or anything come through, but a dew point in the upper 60s versus mid 70s, which we saw all of last week, that is huge. It just feels a lot better out there, and it will continue to feel better. You look at your forecast heat index on Wednesday, that was the hottest day of the year, Wednesday afternoon. The highest heat index I saw was 109. We're looking at mid-90s. Is it a day you could be outside running a marathon? I mean, if you're a marathon runner, obviously probably not too fazed by it, but for the rest of us normal folk, yeah, it's still going to be hot and humid. Heat index probably 94 to 99 degrees. Your warm-up today with the mix of sun and clouds through the morning into the afternoon. Then once we start to see that rain cooled air moving in, that's when we'll start to see our temperatures and our heat index falling a bit. Storms should just be scattered in nature. All right, here's another look at Sunday. Just want to show you how the coverage is a bit more scattered to numerous in nature as we go through the afternoon to evening. Just about everyone has a pretty high likelihood of seeing some form of rain or at least having a storm in your vicinity for Sunday. And then the pattern does stay pretty active as we go into Monday, through the afternoon into that evening commute time frame on Monday. Then we get into some of the longer range model data and showing you a pretty soggy day, at least for Tuesday afternoon and evening. Now, this is long-term model data, so it's not as precise as some of the short-term models, but that's what we're looking at. And then your forecast rainfall, pretty wet and stormy across the southeast, showing maybe 1 to 2 inches of rainfall for the Tennessee Valley. Keep in mind, if you see a slow-moving storm today, you could get 2 to 3 inches of rain in an hour, and that's going to boost your threat for seeing any flash flooding, but even down to the Gulf beaches too. Big picture, high pressure still in charge, but it's not strong enough to eliminate any storms from developing when we are this warm and humid. 71 overnight tonight. We will have some areas of fog developing by daybreak on Sunday, just kind of a warmer, muggy start to the day. And then we are expecting more scattered to numerous showers and storms popping up. The more rain and storms we see, the cooler our high temperatures will actually be on Sunday. Might even just have to settle for mid-80s, but we're forecasting 87 for now, depending on how fast we warm up and when the storms move in. Monday, Tuesday look pretty active, but Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, things are trending drier on the model data as we get closer and closer to our Independence Day. I know there's a lot of fireworks going off on Thursday night. Should be a good night for that. And even Friday, temperatures back in the lower 90s toward the end of your 10-day forecast. But fingers crossed that this trend keeps up as we head closer and closer to your 4th of July. Mother Nature is cooking. It's done. Good morning to you, though, Debbie. Good morning, Allison. Appreciate it. Everyone for joining us here this morning. I know not the most exciting, eventful day today as far as Weather Extra, but just know we've got storms in the forecast for this afternoon. Should be scattered. Heat index will be in the mid-90s. Any organized storms could produce gusty winds, heavy rain, frequent lightning. Storm coverage looking a bit more scattered to numerous for Sunday as well as Monday and Tuesday. Then we get into that drier stretch leading up to the 4th of July. So thank you for your time on this Saturday morning. As always, this is Weather Extra. Appreciate you joining us. Have a fun and safe weekend, everyone. See ya.